Hello, I'm Kai Steinbeck, Platinum Course Director here at Sunreef on the beautiful Sunshine Coast in Mooloolaba. And with me I have Bjorn Nielsen, who is the Queensland Regional Representative for Submerged Nation. Submerged Nation offers and represents a number of brands, and one of them is Ocean Pro. And I have had the joy of trying this regulator out, and I am a product ambassador for the brand. And it was really interesting to see that some of the comments that have gotten back to me, a fellow dive instructor up in Port Douglas mentioned that I went from a major brand regulator to what he called a home brand regulator. And my comment back was, well, you shouldn't knock it until you've tried it. And it's sort of a testament to the product itself, which I've been really impressed about. Now, as a dive instructor, we sort of not always look after our equipment the best. You jump into the water and come out, and then you got to run off into the classroom, drive a bus, and it doesn't always get washed and dried and so on and so forth. So it'll be really interesting to see its durability and how it stacks up. But so far I've been really impressed. I've done 3 dives on the regulator so far, and it breathes beautifully, and that's what I can say. I have had no problems with it whatsoever. But to go into a little bit more detail about it, Bjorn, if I can ask you about the regulator itself and give us some features and benefits of it. I ended up with the Torquay F300 with its second stage, and of course the alternate air source and the Ocean Pro SPG as well. Alrighty.
Thanks, Kai. So we're going to have a quick look at the Ocean Pro regulator that Kai chose. He chose our Ocean Pro F300 Torquay regulator, and it's very much our workhorse regulator. We've been in the game for a long time, and we get to dive in some pretty harsh conditions. We wanted to produce a regulator that worked reliably every single time. So we partnered up the F300, which is a balanced diaphragm regulator. This is really important for divers, especially dive masters and instructors, where we're diving potentially deep water, but also in high demand situations. Often you're dealing with new divers and they might need a little bit of help, so you can be the guy that's pulling them around. So we want to make sure that the air source and the breathing effort is always the same. We use braided hoses, a little bit lighter weight than rubber, and they are more flexible, so it reduces that jaw fatigue, which is really critical when you're spending a lot of time underwater. This can include the pool during classes, but also back-to-back scuba dives during open water advanced courses. So they're great, and they also reduce any kinks in the airflow. It has our OP20 alternate air source. It's a very simple demand valve regulator, very durable. And our Torquay primary. So this is an adjustable regulator, so you can set and forget your breathing effort on that one. It's very comfortable. In this case, he's upgraded to a moldable mouthpiece. Same thing I would do as well. Very durable, very comfortable, and neutrally buoyant in the water. So one of the big things for Ocean Pro was being an Australian-owned company, and we have a really important kind of role to play with this. Is we wanted to support not only the dive instructors and professionals, but also the recreational divers. So we offer a lifetime warranty on this product, and also what's called free parts for life. So what that means is that when you get your regulator serviced every 2 years, rather than you covering the cost of both the service parts and the labour, we cover the parts, or in this case Sunreef covers the parts, and then you just pay for the labour. So it's saving you a significant amount of money. It's a great regulator. It is our workhorse, and so far so good for Kai. It's going really well.
Alrighty, brilliant. So Bjorn, one of the questions, of course, is who is Ocean Pro? As I mentioned earlier, I came from using a major brand scuba equipment regulator, and now I'm using Ocean Pro. And I think a lot of people are asking, who is Ocean Pro? Where does this brand come from? Can you possibly elaborate a little bit more on that and sort of give us some more information about where Ocean Pro came from and where is it going, and what role in the recreational dive market are you playing?
Sure, no problem. Thanks, Kai. So Ocean Pro, first and foremost, started quite a few years ago, and the idea was to create products that were value for money and were approachable for everyday divers and snorkelers and people that just generally enjoyed water sports. The family behind Ocean Pro, and it is still very much a family-owned company, and it is an Australian-owned company, has been in the industry since the 70s, and the original family and the kids of that family are still running the business now. So it's very much a family business where you can ring up and talk to those people. It's not a faceless company. And so over those years, we kind of started off in software and wetsuits and neoprene, and we were seeing more and more a need for a company that had a focus for Australian divers, but also looked at the environment as a whole too, because as we know, not that long ago, everything you bought came in 16 million layers of plastic.
Yes, for sure.
And as a supplier of equipment, we found it quite hard to be able to change that requirement. So now, as a company, we were probably one of the first to do it, was we've removed a lot of that single-use plastic and brought in recycled cardboard and that kind of stuff as well.
Awesome.
And we wanted to really sort of focus on reducing our footprint in the market, because at the end of the day, as a diver, the ocean is absolutely everything. So
Absolutely.
if we can't look at the environment and how we affect it, then why are we enjoying it?
Yeah.
So that was the premise behind the brand. From there we went into hardware like we have now, and we've been in that game for a few years with Ocean Pro in its own right and developing products that suit us here. So it's very much a focus for us of continuing these relationships with key people in the industry and key divers, and making sure that we minimise our footprint. So that's where we're at, that's the people we are, and we are ultimately people that love the ocean.
Fantastic. Very cool. Alrighty, so Ocean Pro, give it a go.